I graduated in December of 2009. I'm looking forward to going further in media and in communications, and I'd really love to be on air. How I actually made my way into broadcasting is very interesting. I started out acting, and I had done some very minor roles in stage, television, movies, enough to earn myself a SAG card. So I made it into the Screen Actors Guild, which is the union that all actors are in, professional actors are in. And after doing that for some time, I just became curious as to what happens on the other side of that camera. The way that I've made my way into Fox was I was in class one day, and Professor Wiseman suggested that we go to a job fair that was being held that month, I believe. And I didn't know anyone. And I know how important it is to make connections and to network. So I figured, you know what? It'd probably be in my best interest to do so. So I went to the job fair, and to my surprise, there were so many opportunities in terms of from networks, big networks to small networks, print, everyone was there. The position I started out in was what they call a trainee or a PA, which is a production assistant. I actually started out working on the morning news. That job was very interesting in the sense that I had to wake up at about 1:30 in the morning just to get to work for 4 o'clock in the morning, and I worked till 12 noon. So I worked on Good Day New York, and it was my job to get the green room ready for all the celebrity guests that have come through, anyone from politicians to sports, acting, music, etc. They all came through. I met just about all of them and had a nice green room ready for them. How I got my opportunity to get on air over at Fox was, I guess, not simple, but it was just being persistent. Early on when I got there, people always ask you, what school did you go to, you know, where are you from, you know, your typical questions. And one of those questions were, what do you want to do? Unlike many of the interns that I have found, or even some of the trainees, I knew exactly what I wanted the day I walked in. I knew I wanted to be on air. I knew that I could do it, you know, pretty much. And about a month of being there, maybe a month and a half, they sent me out on an assignment. And my very first assignment was actually to go to the Matrix Awards. The Matrix Awards is an award ceremony for women only to celebrate their achievements in communications. And Oprah, as you know, the mighty Oprah, she was heading that particular function. And I went there, and a book had just come out about Oprah, and it was my job to ask her the tough question. What do you think about this book? Because it was unauthorized. And I was nervous. I was very, very, very nervous. I remember arriving there, and the cameraman gives me the microphone, and I have the microphone with the flag on it that says Fox 5. So I'm very official. Now, the hard part, believe it or not, was walking onto the red carpet, because now I'm standing there and I'm seeing all of these networks that you recognize from watching TV yourself, and I'm saying, wow, I'm amongst these people. And the cameraman tells me, okay, go on the red carpet. And I said, you want me to go on the red carpet? And he said, yeah, just go on the red carpet. And I remember my leg felt like it was 100 pounds just to lift it, to get over that rope. That's how nervous I was. But I did it because I told myself, I said, Daryl, you can do this. You know, this is, you're just talking to people. You're asking questions. Ask a question. So by the time I got to Gayle King, because I didn't get to Oprah, she actually did not walk down the red carpet, but Gayle King did, and I asked her the question, got the answer I needed, and went back looking like a champ. So, you know, it was great. Well, how it progressed as far as me doing other things on air was, I looked at it as a test in a way too. When they send you out for your first soundbite, if you can accomplish it, if you can get it done, which is one of the things that was in the forefront of my mind, if I can get this done, then there's no hesitation in their part to send me out on more. And that's exactly what happened. Over time, they entrusted me to get the promos. So anytime you watched television and the morning show and you saw, I want more Good Day New York, I was the person going out and getting those. You know, I was accompanied by a cameraman, but I was the one encouraging people on the street, just strangers walking by and saying, hey, I just need you to do a promo for me. And, you know, I would come up with something clever to say, hey, I like your hat. How you doing today? You know, would you like to say, I like more Good Day New York? And sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. But those are the opportunities that came my way.
Daryl Frederick was originally a student of mine in Business 200, which is Essentials of Organization Management. And I had him over a period of 1 semester. And he was unique in the sense that he showed me a video clip of something he had done because he had a background in acting. And I said, sure, I'd love to see the video clip. So as I saw the clip, I thought there was some value in the clip in itself in terms of the topic that we were discussing in my management class. And it had to do with critical thinking, assessing your environment, making choices. And that clip with Daryl also showed a real contrast in terms of who I saw in that classroom versus the actor or the Daryl that was before. You know, as an actor, we really didn't know if that was a real Daryl or if that was an actor. But anyway, I showed the clip to the students. And then at the end of the clip, we talked about it. And then I said, and by the way, that clip, that actor, is your fellow classmate. And they were all surprised.
The role that BMCC played in my life was I think most important, confidence. Now, the reason why I say confidence is because before coming to BMCC, I was a confident person, I was an outgoing person, and there were things that I accomplished and there were things that I've done, absolutely. But having that educational background and that foundation gave me the sort of confidence that led me to believe that regardless of where I go and what I do, because I have something that says I completed this course or I completed school, it gives you a different type of confidence. Because now you know you have something that no one can dispute. No one can take that away from you. So that's, for me, what BMCC did for me. It really gave me that core confidence to say, you know, I know what I'm talking about. Not because I say I know, but I have something that says I know.
It was my idea to bring him in as an alum because I felt that the result of the first class and showing the video and having him there was very successful. And I also saw a lot of potential in him in terms of empowering him to feel confident in sharing his experience. He came into one class and he enjoyed it. We kept in touch. And then another semester can roll around, and then I invited him again. And each time, he got better and better at it. And this last semester, this past semester where he came in, I had a test question on our visit from Daryl. And the positive feedback was so touching and so rewarding that he really made an impact on our students. Not only for his demeanor, his representation of being one of us, but that he really walked through the value of having had our course, the value of BMCC, the role it played, how he used the resources of the school. He took advantage of the internship, he took advantage of the college fair, and all of those steps led him to where he was. And so the students were able to see a very positive example of where you could go.